Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island. Meet the extended team members led by Gary Drayton. On last night's The Curse of Oak Island, Drilling Down episode, Secret Weapons, show host Maddie Blake profiled some of the extended members of Rick and Marty Lagina's treasure hunting team, also known as the Fellowship of the Dig. The Laginas have spent the last 10 years working to solve the 223-year-old mystery of Oak Island, which legend claims may involve buried treasure as diverse as William Shakespeare's original manuscripts, Marie Antoinette's lost jewels, the Ark of the Covenant, and vast stores of pirate loot. But they could not have done it alone. Who are the men who have made significant contributions to the work effort over the years? Gary Drayton, metal detecting expert Gary Drayton, was raised on farms in rural Lincolnshire, England, where he was always looking down, picking up coins, and other artifacts such as glass and pottery. He took his curious finds home and carefully researched their history. Today he lives in Florida, where he metal detects the sandy beaches there as well as sites worldwide. After finding a 1790 gold guinea on a riverbank, he decided to go into metal detecting full-time. Since then he has found treasure coins, religious artifacts, and a $500,000 gold and emerald piece, connected to the ancient Incas. It was Gary who had the insight to explore the western side of the island, which he describes as a gold mine. Since 2014 he has found several items he calls Bobby Dazzlers, such as possible ancient weapons, 17th century coins, and golden jewelry. Marty describes Gary as an expert at the peak of his craft, and Rick says of him, if there's something to be found, he'll find it. His most significant find to date is a medieval lead cross found in 2017 in Smith's Cove, a discovery that could potentially change the trajectory of North American history. Professional diver and extended team member Tony Sampson met the Laginas by accident. A former police detective and member of the military, he originally came to the island to help with a diving operation already in play. The team recognized his value, and since that time he has done numerous dives as a part of the team. Marty describes him as a tough guy who knows all the answers and exudes confidence. In 2014 he found a major clue in the swamp, a big oak tree stump. Not only do oak trees not grow in swamps, the find supported a major Oak Island theory proposed by the late searcher Fred Nolan, who believed the swamp was man-made in order to hide a treasure ship. In 2016 Tony made another huge discovery along with Jack Begley, when the two found a ship's plank that dates to the 1600s. Dan Henske, native New Yorker Dan Henske, came to Oak Island in 1965 when he was 26 years old, and took up residence in the old Restall cabin. In the early 1970s he helped the late Dan Blankenship to expand the 26-inch borehole 10x to an 8-foot diameter, enabling Dan to put a camera down and discover what he believed was a treasure chest along with human remains. In 2013, Dan Henske was part of the group that discovered coconut fiber, carbon dated to between 1260 and 1400 AD in Smith's Cove. Charles Barkhouse. Historians and researchers Doug Crowell, Charles Barkhouse, and Paul Troutman have been crucial to the information hunt on the island. Charles is a Chester native who grew up studying the history of Oak Island, hoping to be the one to make a breakthrough discovery regarding the rumored treasure. He designed the island's interpretive center and is the Friends of Oak Island Society's lead tour guide. Charles helped to choose borehole site C-On, named in his honor in the Money Pit area, and Marty says that Charles is the perfect person to introduce anyone to Oak Island. Doug Crowell. Doug Crowell grew up in Nova Scotia, and Rick describes his dedication and drive to the solving of the island's mystery as being like a terrier with a bone. It was Doug who secured permission to look in a bookbindery basement for the legendary 90-foot stone. There the team found a stone which may prove to be the elusive stone crucial to solving the island's mystery, and he calls that event a really rewarding investigation. Paul Troutman is from Maine and became interested in the island after his father, James Troutman, briefly worked for Robert Dunfield on Oak Island in 1965. He has shared his dad's original film of his work on the island, film that has intriguing clues from that time period. In a way, I'm following in my father's footsteps, says Paul. Marty says that originally he envisioned hiring individuals to work on the island as contractors for hire, but as Rick notes, all of the extended search members have since become friends. Will this be the breakthrough year that Rick and Marty and their dedicated team finally solve the centuries-old Oak Island riddle? Be sure to tune in and find out. The winds of Oak Island whisper secrets to those brave enough to listen. On this enigmatic island, Gary Drayton, master detectorist and treasure hunter, stands like a sentinel of the ages, guiding the Lagina brothers through one discovery after another. But behind the scenes of every successful dig, find, and eureka moment, an extended team, all with unique talents and backgrounds, has quietly rallied under his leadership. These unsung heroes of Oak Island are not often at the forefront of the show, but their skills are essential to unraveling the mysteries that lie buried beneath the island's enigmatic soil. ####The Hunter's Eye, Lisa Eagle Peralt. Lisa Peralt, affectionately dubbed Eagle by Gary himself, has eyes like a hawk. A forensic geologist by trade, she spent decades studying soil, rock formations, and environmental signatures, honing her ability to spot the smallest of clues that others might overlook. Her role is crucial when it comes to analyzing the island's terrain, distinguishing between natural geological formations and signs of man-made interference. Lisa is known for her methodical patience. When the team encounters puzzling layers of soil, be it a sudden outcropping of clay in a limestone bed or oddly shaped boulders, she's the one to call. By sampling sediments and piecing together environmental clues, she helps pinpoint potential sites for further excavation. What truly makes Lisa stand out is her love for lost civilizations, and she often brings up parallels between Oak Island and mysterious sites like the ruins of Machu Picchu or Stonehenge. Her quiet, almost ethereal demeanor sometimes feels at odds with the intense energy on the island. But when she shares her findings, everyone listens. It was Lisa who, one fateful evening, came across a rock formation that hinted at a forgotten waterway leading directly to the Money Pit. Though unproven, this discovery set the entire team buzzing. #### The engineer, Marcus Mac Harrington. Mac Harrington, a civil engineer with a passion for ancient construction techniques, joined the Oak Island team 2 seasons ago. Gary had been searching for someone like Mac, someone who understood the mechanics behind the island's mysterious flooding tunnels and booby-trapped systems. Mac isn't just any engineer, he's a student of ancient architecture. From the pyramids of Egypt to the Roman aqueducts, his expertise spans centuries. On Oak Island, his primary role is to decipher the purpose behind the engineering marvels buried beneath the earth. Were the tunnels designed purely to protect treasure, or did they serve some other, forgotten function? With his collection of vintage blueprints and high-tech scanning equipment, Mac has a knack for finding patterns others miss. Once, while studying a collapsed tunnel, he discovered a series of carvings that hinted at a medieval connection to the island's construction. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he explained how the layout mimicked designs used by the Knights Templar during their time in Europe. Mac's enthusiasm is contagious. Every time he explains a theory, whether it's about structural supports or ancient booby traps, the rest of the team finds themselves drawn into his boundless curiosity. There's more to Oak Island than just treasure, Mac often says. It's a masterpiece of engineering, and I'm here to figure it out. #### The historian, Althea Morgan. Althea Morgan, the resident historian, specializes in maritime lore and ancient manuscripts. While she spends most of her time surrounded by dusty books and historical archives, her passion for Oak Island's mysteries runs as deep as the treasure itself. Althea was recruited by Gary after she uncovered several previously unknown documents related to French explorers who might have visited the island centuries ago. Her meticulous research led to the discovery of rare maps, some of which showed symbols matching those found on Oak Island artifacts. Althea is especially fascinated by the theories surrounding the Knights Templar, pirate treasure, and even the possible involvement of early North American settlers in hiding valuable relics. But Althea's real talent lies in storytelling. When she recounts the history of Oak Island, it's as if she's weaving a tapestry of conspiracy, adventure, and intrigue. During fireside discussions after long days of digging, Althea often regales the team with tales of lost pirate fleets, secret codes, and forbidden treasures. Her stories don't just entertain, they ignite fresh enthusiasm and spur the team to dive deeper into their quest. One of her greatest contributions so far has been translating an obscure Latin inscription found on a stone in the swamp, which referenced a guarded treasure beneath the waters. Whether this inscription is authentic or merely folklore remains to be seen, but it's discoveries like this that keep the dream alive for the team.